Hey guys, welcome back to another manga review video. Today we have ourselves our attire after saving the world. It's Korean manhwa with currently 70 chapters, genres are action, adventure, fantasy, manga, martial arts, returner, seinen, time travel, and tragedy. Now I'll be honest. Lord have mercy. Almost said Arnold. So honestly speaking, reading this manhwa, I'm just like, man, it's one of those. It has action in there, but it's one of those slower paced parts. So he's a civil, obviously minor spoilers, I guess. He's a civil servant that works in a English. He's a civil servant that works in a hunter world, right? It's not a regression because regression implies you go back to a previous point in your life. You literally time travel to the past, but not as his old body. He's still in his adult body in a previous timeline where he exists currently. So technically, returner and time travel is quite accurate, actually, in this case. It's tragedy because the world was destroyed. First chapter, the world's destroyed, pretty much. Honestly speaking, I think this one was a lot better than most people, than like the attention it's receiving. It's not receiving enough attention. Like, it's really, really good, but it suffers because it's one of those stories where it's story first, action second. Like, arguably, the world building and building up the world is more important than explosions and stuff like that and the action. You guys will see that when I show you the rubric. I was biased for this one, I'll be honest. I'll admit that, and I'll tell you where things can adjust. You guys already know I'm gonna show the panels, and if you don't know the context, it's really a spoiler type deal. So boom, you already know how to get the kaijus, how to get the kaijus. Some of this was chapter one, some of it wasn't. And I had to get that this aspect to show you that it's not just an action story. There's a classroom setting as well. That's a whole different thing. You just have to read it for yourself. And this one was just funny. I'll put it in there. Now let's get to the rubric. So before the rubric, no rereading 60 out of 100, limited reading 71, I get a 93, A minus. This is inflated. I'll admit I was biased. In truth, you can probably take points off the first three. The last three is definitely my genuine feelings. I think the story you could take off 2 to 3 points. The characters you can take off 2, and themes you can take off 1. And I'll probably give you more accurate thing about it. But obviously, the comments is gonna just be some people like, no, this can tank for this reason or that reason, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me know in the comments below, bro. Just let me know. But yeah, overall, I really, really think it's highly recommended. I think a lot of you guys should read this. And there's certain characters here that you think are dummies, and no, they're not dumb at all. They're a lot smarter than we give them credit for. They're just have a silly personality, but they're very, very aware and on top of things. And it's very interesting to see how characters play off each other in this sense. I think this is one of those manhwas that lets you see, like, okay, like, we've seen Solo Leveling, all these giant explosions in action. What's the actual day-to-day look like, right? And I've reviewed a couple of those on the channel, but I think this is one of the better ones that really shows like building up to stability in the world. That's what this is. Because most hunter academies are not a thing. The hunter association is a thing, but it's very, very regressed, a very, very early infancy version of itself, right? So yeah, oh man, I would love to see a manhwa that goes over working its way up, and also after it's worked up, the corruption and politics they gotta deal with for building that. I look, you should write that. Wink, wink. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have a good one, and as always, let me go back to the cover, I guess. And as always, God bless.